All right, so something I just found out, I don't know how this is going to sound actually. I just found out that I can plug my Shure mic right into my iPhone 17 Pro Max. Didn't know that. USB-C, so it's USB-C connection now. So not quite sure if I was able to do this before and just didn't know it. But I just saw this USB-C kind of dongle hanging out here and thought, hey, maybe what happens if I plug it into my phone? So I've got I'm going to dial in the settings at some point. I think might be, what is it set at? I don't know if I can check it while oh, I can. So it's set at 28.5 dB, which feels hot to me, but the monitor on there is not dipping up into the red, so it's fine. So let's see, might not be enough. I have noticed that when I record, sometimes I have to boost the gain, and then when I get it into the video that I'm shooting, it always feels low, and I don't know why, and so I end up having to boost it up, and also kind of with the mix, kind of I have to do a lot of configurations with the sound mix, the background audio, the voiceover audio, what have you. It isn't great, and I'm trying to zero that in, and that's really why I'm making this short video, is trying to dial it in. And hey, maybe I just switch to the DJI mics full time, just use those because they seem to capture the sound pretty well, and use those for voiceovers. But I want to salvage this Shure that I got, paid good money for it, and I want to make sure that I'm using it. I see people using it all over the place on YouTube for podcasting or for vlogs or whatever. And so I see them being used a lot. So I know they're supposed to be good, and I'm sure I'm just not dialing it in correctly. So I'll check it out and see what it sounds like. Okay, so this is to test the quality of the microphone, and see if this is better than using the Shure as a what do you call it, voiceover tool, where it might be better just to record myself actually talking and then layer in the B-roll, take out the video. What I can do is I can remove the audio from the video, just delete the video part, and only use the audio for voiceovers, which kind of makes sense, because then the audio quality will be very similar to what I'm picking up with the camera. So I won't have to mess too much with the levels, because the Shure it just needs more oomph, and I don't know how to get it there. So this might be just the best way to do voiceovers, and that's what I'm checking. Okay, let's test this and find out how it sounds. I am just using the Shure and going through Final Cut Pro using the voiceover recording feature, and then I will take that audio and I'll attach some of these filters, these sound filters to it, and see if I can make it sound any better, same, similar, whatever, to the one I was just monkeying around with the DJI Pocket 3 video. So and the DJI micro, whatever they call that microphone. It's the one that came with the Pocket 3. So I'm going to check and see if this makes any difference at all. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to be testing the differences in audio volume and fullness and that kind of thing with the DJI. What the heck is this thing called? It's one of these. I got one attached here. It's got one of these. Is DJI
it doesn't really matter. It is a DJI, and it's not the 1, but it's the 2, or maybe it's not the 2, but the 3, or maybe it's not any of those numbers. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. So I'm just testing that, and I'm going to compare that with a couple of other things. And mostly this is about the audio, not necessarily the video. Well, it's really only about the audio, because what will happen is after I take the audio, the video, I will detach the audio from the video, delete the video because nobody wants to see that, and just use the audio for voiceover and that kind of thing. And I'm only really testing it with the natural light coming out of the windows and a little bit of backlighting, because just wanted to see how it looked. It's not, I haven't shaved, I haven't done anything, and not wearing a hat, any of that kind of crap that you would normally do if you're trying to, look good on a video. Not that that's a thing I can do, but you know what I mean. Okay, now I'm just using the mics that are on the Pocket 3 here. And the mics are pretty good. They got several of them, and they're kind of surrounding, and you can get kind of some real good stereo effects from that, especially for ambient sound. If you're, just kind of doing voiceovers. Using the other mics, and have that kind of on for picking up the ambient sound. It's pretty cool because you can get good, clear vocals from the mics, and then also you can kind of still hear the background sounds, which is nice, especially if you're, let's say you're taking a walk and talk along a creek or something, and there's some trickling water, and you can hear that, but it's not overpowering the voice because you're using the mic as well, right? So that's kind of cool. So what I've done is I've gone down to get my Meta glasses. But anyway, so they have really good microphones on them. They're not good for like blocking out wind or anything like that. You need a windscreen on your wireless microphone if you want to block out the wind, which the windscreens on these DJIs are actually really good and really blocks out quite a lot. I've got video of standing out on the bow of a ferry boat with the wind just kind of just buffeting, right? And it blocks it out really good. On the other hand, I was wearing these glasses at the same time, and I was recording with these glasses, and the wind was just overpowering. You couldn't really understand much of what I was saying. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start recording with this, and then right now I'll switch over to the video from this, which is not going to be landscape. It's going to be vertical because that's how that does it. But anyway, that's just the way it is. But I'll continue recording here as well. But I will play with the sound on the other side. So now it's recording, and the downside, of course, is it only gets like I think 3 minutes, and then you have to start it over. Which I've already been talking for 2 minutes and 34 seconds right now, so it's not. This is a lot longer than I would ordinarily do a video with a with a vlog style video. I would normally just do a lot of B-roll and a lot of B-roll, which is the kind of the video that you see when somebody's talking, and then it cuts away to like a picture of a flower or a passing car or something like that. That's called B-roll. And the A-roll is where you're actually mostly doing the talking and the storytelling or whatever, or pointing. Maybe the dog is B-roll. I don't know. I should get some B-roll of the dog and put in here so that you can kind of know what B-roll is if you don't already know. And this is for me. If anybody else sees this, that's fine. But the thing is that when you upload these videos up to YouTube, it sometimes sounds different after you upload it. So I'm going to upload it onto my own personal channel, because what I'm doing is I am kind of experimenting for how I should use this this hardware on the channel, on Max's channel, the travel channel that we do. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. And so let's end that here. Okay, one more try of doing this voiceover with the Shure microphone. And now I've done, and my voice has changed a bit too because now I have a cold. But anyways, so I'm gonna try this and see if I can get a little bit more, a little bit of a better comparison with the other microphones, the DJI Mic 2 and the RayBan Stories that I was using. And also, I did try to do a voiceover using the iPhone or the iPod Pros, but that really didn't work. It didn't work at all, and probably something I'm doing wrong with the settings. And you're supposed to be able to do it, and I wanted to do a comparison of that, but that's a no-go. So let's see what this sounds like. I've boosted the gain, so I'm hoping that this comes out okay. All right, so there's a pretty good chance that I've figured out the issue with the Shure mic. So I'm going to try that, but before I do that, I wanted to try something completely different. Basically, what does the sound like? What does the sound like when it's coming right straight out of the microphone on the iPhone 17 Pro Max, just as it is, just over the air, just with all. I had to wait for the. We had a bunch of guys with leaf blowers blowing leaves back and forth, and so I needed to wait for that to finish to give it a try. I think we might be, we'll see. I'll check, and then also I'll finish up with my last attempt at doing a voiceover with the Shure mic with some of the settings that I think I have figured out. I looked at some YouTube videos. I think there was some good advice out there, and we'll give that a try as well. Just for the not going through Final Cut Pro itself, which actually sounded okay, but just creating the voiceover itself, just through the Motive. I think it's called a Motive app that comes with the Shure MV7. So I'm going to try that, and then finish this up with a little, I don't know, because it's a voiceover, so it'll be like a video that I've taken from some time and just voice over and fade out, and leave a link to our travel vlog, if you want to call it that, or travel channel, Max's channel, and then that's it. That's it. That'll be the content release for the day. Okay, I'm going to start recording this. It peaked really quick, so there right away, and the monitors are peaking. I don't know if this is going to be too loud. The advice that I got was to put my mic up really close to my face so that I could get more sound out of it, because it is just a USB-C connection. It's not going through one of those whatever those boxes are called where you can amplify it. So it's coming right through. That peaked quite hard. We'll see. I'll listen to it and see what's happening here, and then okay. So when I speak loudly, it peaks. It goes way up. So that might be too high. Let me back it down. I'm going to back it down to, it says minus 12 dBs right now. So minus 12 dBs. Wow, that feels quiet. That feels like it might be maybe too much. So let's go up to 0 dBs. If I put the modify Motive main mixer up on 0 dBs and just talk now, and let's see if it's too loud or what have you. I'm going to also apply the effect that I've created for this microphone on top of it to see if it makes it sound different. It'll probably boost it up to 8 decibels. That's what I have it set at, and we'll see. All right, here we go.
Okay, if you clicked on this and on this video and you're wondering what the hell is going on here, I'll tell you that I'm just trying to find the right level for the audio to go through my Shure mic or my DJI mic or something like that. So that's all this is really about. So anything extra, anything beyond that is just, you know, if you've made it this far, I want to know why. You can leave a comment in the comment section if you made it this far. But the point was really just trying not just to make the audio correct, but to make it repeatable. Because what I was finding was every time I went in to do a voiceover, the settings were not the same, and either it was where I was holding my head, where the mic was, or whatever. So I'm trying to get a consistent way to have the voiceovers have their levels be consistent. And I have some videos on my other channel that where sometimes they're too loud, sometimes they're not loud enough, and you know, looking for that sweet spot that I can dial in every single time. And this is just for voiceovers. I use my DJI Mic 2 when I'm recording most of the time. So that's, you know, the actual walk and talk, the run and gun, whatever you want to call it. That video is usually done with those mics, if I remember to turn them on. Otherwise, it's just coming right out of the Osmo Pocket 3 that I'm using. And of course, it's raining a lot. I'm using my iPhone. And when I'm using my iPhone, that has its own limitations with the audio, as you probably noticed. It's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's not as good as having a microphone hooked up. I do have another set of DJI mics that I can use. That we got a while before the Mic 2s, so DJI Mic 1, I guess. And those are bulky. They have a transmitter that you have to plug in, which is fine. It's not that bad. But also, if I'm using my phone, it's usually because it's raining. I am also going to start using it a little bit more because I've figured out ways of getting the motion blur to make it a little bit more smooth and a little bit less choppy when I'm doing those pan shots. If you've seen any of my videos where I'm panning, it's just really choppy and really jittery because I don't have the settings correct. And in order to get the settings correct, I needed a filter, an ND filter. So I got one of those. I'm going to start using that. So I might be using my iPhone 17 Pro Max more for video productions going forward, if that helps that situation, and I think it will. We'll see. Anyway, that's it. So this is the outro, and just again, was done again just to see if I can just make it just right. I have the mixer set at 0 dBs on the Shure. And I'm going to import this into this project and see what I need to touch. If maybe I don't need to touch anything. I do have a installed effect called I call it Shure 8 dB VO voiceover that I can apply to anything that has audio in it. It gets that audio just right at 8 dBs. But maybe I don't need it that. Maybe I don't need that hot. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and by the way, go over. I'm going to link up here to. I'll put a video, link to the video of our channel, so that if you don't want this just kind of mindless rambling or these experimental type things or vlog or whatever I'm going to do with this channel, you can go over there and look at our travel stuff. That's probably a little bit more interesting. This one video that we have here for Orcas Island is our most popular of a not a very popular channel, but it's the most popular. All right, so have a look at that. Thanks.